Hello, 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 everyone. This is Judy Ambrose. Welcome to Generational Turnaround Podcast, where we seek the truth and then we bring you the proof. And usually that proof is brought to you by my guests who are professionals in their fields. But today, tonight, there are no guests. And that is by purpose. I wanted to talk to you tonight. Uh, God had 3 o'clock in this morning, and it's usually 3 o'clock in the morning when I have that time, that personal time with God. I can set my clock by that it's going to happen. I'm going to wake up. And this morning was a little bit different. Uh, Of course, I have my notepad ready. I'm ready to write whatever he would have me to do. And but this morning, it wasn't the same. God was not giving me any instructions. He was waiting for me to talk to him. And he knew that there was something heavy on my mind. He knows that. And it was in, I've been trying to decide if I was going to continue to have my podcast and my show. I'm 60, going on 69 years old. I've had a massive stroke. I've had 2 craniotomies. I woke up from a coma, all of that. And, but yet, God, He, He favored me and decided that I was still, there was nothing that I could not do because he had already lined up everything. And so I hit the ground running. And he gave me activate your faith. That's the words. That's the mandate that he gave me to do. And so it's been 15, no, longer than that, 17, almost 18 years since everything that happened to me. And so I was feeling like maybe God had maybe give me a break. Maybe he could use someone else. And I could just, sit down, write books, and just just in it's the end of my life and just enjoy my granddaughters and watch them grow, blossom. And I'm tired. So this morning, I got up, I started walking, I was counting my steps, and this is the new me. I feel like I was going to go back and just concentrate on taking care of me and not worrying about generational turnaround, not worrying about activating anybody's faith, and not worrying about healing words. Even though God just gave me that, I did what He asked me to do. He asked me to write this book, Healing Word, speaking life to the generations, because I had been back and forth about generational turn around. I went to TikTok. I went to, what's the other one? Clubhouse. I went to Facebook. I opened a room called Activate Your Faith. I got almost 600 members, and I continue to 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 help in every way that I could. And I never said I'm tired. But 5 o'clock this morning, no, 5 o'clock today, God said these words to me: don't fall for the sway. Don't fall for the sway. Now, usually when God says something to me, it's not just to me. He wants me to tell it to the masses. He's never given me one person to tell that to. So I'm thinking, okay, don't fall for the sway. First of all, I decided to look up the word sway. Okay. Now, what does that mean? What does generational turnaround truly mean? Many have asked this question, and some younger people have taken offense, believing it suggests something is wrong with their generation. But let me tell you what God revealed to me. This message is not about one generation alone. And generation turnaround is about every generation turning back to God. It's all about every generation turning back to God, seeking his face, not just hearing about him from others, not just relying on what has been passed down, but seeing him for who he truly is. The Word of God reminds us Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's Hebrews 13:8. I just want you to know that it was important for me to say that, because I'm not telling you what I've heard. I'm telling you what he said to me, what he wants me to say to you. God, he says, God has not moved. He has not moved. He has not changed. But the mindset of each generation has strayed further and further from him. Love, especially for one another, has been overshadowed by the pursuit of money, fame, and influence. Now, don't fall for the sway. When God told me, don't fall for the sway, I had to look it up. I looked up that word. Sway means having the ability to control or strongly influence others. That's sway. And God said, don't fall for the sway. There's people out there that's influenced the masses. There's people that are famous actors, athletes, singers, rappers, politicians, even the president and the heads of nations all over this world. social media influencers have millions hanging onto their every word. But are they leading us toward God or away from Him? Now, if you're just getting into at this platform, you're just getting in here with me, I want you to know that God has told me, don't fall for the sway. It is so fitting that what is meant by sway means having the ability to control or strongly influence others. What is that was not a word that was even in my vocabulary. So it had to come from God. And the message with it. And he also he gave me some questions that is for me to ask my guest, my future guest, if I am to stay on Generational Turnaround podcast, I am to ask some of these questions. When you hear the phrase, don't fall for the sway, what does it mean to you? Now, if my guests are not watching, I'm definitely going to ask them that question. God also gave me some scriptures to go along with don't fall for the sway. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. This verse emphasizes the unchanging nature of God and serves as a reminder to seek Him consistently across the generations. Don't fall for the sway. Seek Jesus consistently. James 1:14 and 15. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticement. Then, after desire has, sorry about that. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it's full grown, gives birth to death. Now, this may not be a subject for everyone, but I had to share it. I was not at all knowing what Don't Fall for the Sway was about, but it makes so much sense that we are falling for so many others that we are putting up on a pedestal higher than God. Actors, athletes, rappers, political figures. We we are so into what they are doing day by day by day. But are we asking ourselves, or are we talking to God like that? Are we? Generational turnaround is to turn around our generation turn around consecutively toward God. Seek his face daily. When you sit back and you don't know what or why or where you are, seek God. Don't fall for the sway. The sway is not God, but it is an influence. It is an influence from the trickster. I call him the trickster. Right here, Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever. Yeah. Matthew 6:21 says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." This verse speaks to the priority in our lives and how they reflect our values. Whether we prioritize material wealth or spiritual truth. That's what you have to think about. All of this money and time that you're giving to this way, all this time that you're giving to, instead of being a servant of God, helping those who can't help themselves, we are making actors and singers and athletes and rappers and politicians, all of our resources and money. That's where it's going. Why? Why are you falling for the sway? If you're just getting on the sway, don't fall for the sway. The sway. The sway. Well, look at our society today. Who has the most sway? I had to look up the word sway. It means having the ability to control or strongly influence others. All of those that I named, actors, singers, athletes, politicians, rappers, they all have the ability to control or strongly influence you. Isn't it time? There's only one who should control you, and that's God. Why? Because he so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. That's what he did for you. All of these idols that you have decided that you would spend your last to go and see. Now, don't nobody, look, I'm saying prioritize. Prioritize. Know what needs to be done first. Don't let yourself become a victim of your own ideology. Don't let yourself get so wrapped up into another person that you put him before God. Generational turnaround to God. Healing words. God said there will not be a generational turnaround until we heal this country, this world. Heal from wrong choices. Heal from jealousy. Heal from this. Gotta have it your way. And you don't, if you're not sure of your way, try God's way. I am not telling you. I've tried it. I'm living it. I can't wait for him to give me whatever he wants me to do. Why? Because the favor that he has put in my life when I was ready to give up all of this, I was ready to take a break from writing. I was ready to just ask him to please let someone else take over. But as I continued writing, and then as I got prepared to be on this show today, I felt that how could I let God down when he's done so very much for me? How can I take a break when he never told me, he never said that I would have to be like a energized bunny and just keep going, just keep going. God is not asking that of us. God knows what we need. He knows. And he will supply all of our needs. He will. And so I'm on here by myself tonight, purposely, because I just wanted to talk to you all. And I just wanted to understand where I stood. I have 700 subscribers. I mean, that's not much, but I came into CTR Media Network with 3. God, when he puts you in a position, and sometimes a very uncomfortable position, because believe me, I was uncomfortable on a show, on a podcast, talking to you all. I could write very well. I could write anything that I wanted to get across. I write it. But my speech, that was a work in progress, especially after the stroke. But God did not say that was, I could use that as an excuse. No more Remember Moses? Moses stuttered, and he tried to use that as an excuse. He wanted to do the miracles, but God did let him bring his brother Aaron and let Aaron do the talking, and Moses did the miracles. Well, I am here. I am talking, and I have seen miracles after miracles after miracles. God is still granting miracles every day. And I know some of you, if not all of you, have experienced a miracle from God. And so don't fall for the sway. Stop idolizing everyone, thinking that if you could just get close to these people at a concert or on the TV, and the actors, the singers, the rappers, the political figures, stop putting them up on a pedestal. Generational turnaround means turn all generations turn to God. That's it right there. Turn, make a turn in the direction of God, and you will see that trajectory toward God. You will see that He is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He loves agape love for you and me. So I want you to tell someone about this night. I want you to share this podcast this night. What tonight, the 13th is tonight that I told you about sway. Don't fall for the sway. Let me tell you, it's I don't want to I don't want to I want to tell you exactly what the sway is. When I looked the word up, sway means having the ability to control or strongly influence others. Now, don't you know who that is? God is saying, you all don't fall for the sway. And He gave me people in your life that is doing too much, and none of it is bringing you closer to God. Well, I am here. I am here to tell you that God is the same. And He said, start children off on the way they should go. And even when they are old, they will not depart. Proverbs 22:6. He also said, 1 John 2:15-17, do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them. So think about how much you love that thing, that idol, because God said, do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them. I'm going to leave you with this verse. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I'm sorry. I was holding that in. Please forgive me. Look to the Lord in his strength. Seek his face always. An encouragement to continuously seek God's presence and guidance in our lives. I'm sure you can hear my voice. And sometimes it gets like that. Effects of the stroke. But I'm here. Healing words, speaking life to the generations of parent God. Every word in this guide, I spent time with God. This is to help bridge the gap between parents and children. That's running across the screen is my website, www.generationalturnaround.com, where you can get an autographed copy of the book. I have asked some past guests to come on and read some of the chapters to you so that you can get a general idea of what you're going to receive. Okay. I pray that today is better than yesterday, but not as good as tomorrow. I pray that tomorrow will bring forth a double portion of blessings in the form of opportunity that you never saw coming. Good night.